What's up, guys? It's me, Deshaun, and we are back with some more Fire Force. If you like the Fire Force content and you want to see more Fire Force content, please like and subscribe. I like to look at the views and ratio out the likes, and depending on how much support these videos get will determine whether or not I continue to make them or move on to another series. If you guys like the Feast on Fire Force content, get your plates out, leave a like, and then I'll give you the food. But, if you don't like it and you don't, give me your plate, I'm just going to leave the pool, the sauce in the pot, and, it's just gonna sit there getting cold. You know what? You guys get it. Like the video, and then I'll continue making this video. So anyways, Arthur has been a hot topic in terms of Fire Force discussions, especially on this channel. Recently, we've talked about Excalibur, all that good stuff in his recent fight with Dragon. Now, if you guys are caught up to the manga, if not, spoiler alert, because you're gonna get spoiled because I'm talking about that shit in this video. With the current events of the manga, Arthur is actually dead. And there's been a lot of discussion on whether or not Arthur may or may not come back. Me personally, I always leaned on the side on him coming back. And I know there are a lot of people out there who do not want Arthur to come back because they felt like that was a good send-off for his character. I, for one, have my personal reasons as to why I, think Arthur is going to come back because, if you guys have been watching my theory videos and stuff, let's just say Arthur has a big role to play in all of this, obviously. And, if he wasn't there, that would really kind of change up what I got going on. So it's a good thing some new information has been found. So everything is looking as if it's going to be one of the craziest climaxes I've ever seen in a manga. And I am not saying that lightly because I have seen a lot of anime mangas and different forms of entertainment, but this right here is going to be fucking ridiculous. When I say Okubo is a mastermind, that is not me over exaggerating. That is not me just gassing him for the sake of gassing him. He actually is, and I will say that he's probably one of the most underrated mangakas of all fucking time. Because the way he's able to lay out this breadcrumb trail throughout this series is like any other form of depth I've ever seen before in a manga. I've seen a lot of depth and I've seen a lot of breadcrumb trails, but the way Okubo goes about doing this breadcrumb trail in specifically is just absolutely fucking insane. Now, before we dive into this, I want to say one important thing, extremely important. This is not something I found out. This is something that is not made up by me. I did not find this out in the series, and I'd like for that to be known. This is different from most videos because most of the time I only cover my own theories that I come up with, etc., all that other stuff. But today we're going to be talking about a recent discovery that was made in the Fire Force community by a Twitter user named SoundW. I hope I said that right. Capital S, Sound, W at the end, and his @ is Suda51, capital S. And he's a big fan of Symphogear and Mecha. I like me some Mecha too. Good man. What's my favorite Mecha? We'll save that for another video. So what SoundW found out was in chapter 272, Okubo has put a reference to a Gundam series. And this wouldn't be the first time Okubo has used the beginning of a chapter to basically feed the story, if I would describe it myself. So let me explain why exactly this Easter egg is hinting at Arthur coming back into the series and still being alive. So essentially this is from the ending of Zeta Gundam, and to basically give context without necessarily spoiling, one of the characters in Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam is actually floating and drifting in space, and everybody believes for him to be dead, similar to Arthur from Fire Force. But it turns out that character is not actually lost and drifting in space. So when it comes to Arthur being back, honestly, I'll say it like how I always said it before. With the current physics and structures of the world of Fire Force changing, essentially anything is possible. Whatever can happen, almost anything in the current world of Fire Force because of the cataclysm that is going on right now, expect the unexpected. This man Arthur deadass used the powers of video games, the powers of Dragon Quest, and fast traveled to run the ones with Dragon. If he does come back, I honestly would not find that surprising in the slightest. Not one fucking bit, bro. So for those of you, I don't know what side of the fence you're on. Do you guys want Arthur to come back? Don't want Arthur to come back? Maybe you might question Okubo's writing, or, maybe you're tired of animes always bringing somebody back to life, or I don't know. People are built different on the internet. But so whenever something happens in a story, people complain or people, you know, overly gas it or whatever. I don't really have much to say about it, except for the fact that I always had a feeling this dude was going to come back because, you know, the way that the series is going and, you know, my own personal theories that I've developed and still have to make videos on. But I honestly want to hear what you guys think about Arthur coming back. Y'all banging with this? Are y'all not banging with this? Because me personally, I really feel like this reference to Gundam, like Okubo would not just put that there for no reason. When a mangaka's writing a story and they're laying it out, a lot of things that, like a lot of the readers tend to overlook things that they shouldn't necessarily overlook because they put all of these things into the story for a specific reason. But you know, it would be funny if he just made this reference and, you know, Arthur just so happened to not come back. But you know that, I don't know, bro. Like, is that a possibility? You know, I guess it's still 50-50, but if that's not definitive proof of him coming back, I don't know what is. But if this aligns with anything that I think is going to happen, I think Arthur's going to be drifting in space. You know, if you guys seen my previous Excalibur video, I think he's going to be drifting in space. You know, he already made the night vow, and you know, a knight doesn't break a vow, and he said he'd return. I think he's going to go into Spatial Rift, you know, probably get Excalibur, come back to Earth with his new Excalibur or whatever, or I don't know. It's going to play out in a way in which Arthur is going to get a brand new Excalibur, and he's going to be back on Earth, and he's going to be ready to slay some fucking demons. Because currently in the manga, we're in the middle of these doppelganger fights, and okay, it looks like, for the most part, the characters have been washing the doppelgangers, but there are doppelgangers that we should really, really take into consideration, and let's just say they're definitely going to need all the help that they're going to get. I can only imagine how OD it's going to be when they're fighting a Benimaru doppelganger, Shinra doppelganger, or hell, maybe even an Arthur doppelganger. I don't know entirely for sure, but they're definitely going to need Arthur to step back in the ring with his brand new sword and slay some fucking demons. It's time for Excalibur to earn its name being the demon-slaying sword. I really can't wait for the Night King and the hero to run the ones and basically just clean this shit up, bro. And with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, check out my other Fire Force videos if you want to see how much depth there is in the series and, you know, you want to peep some sauce. You know, I just made a video on Excalibur a few days ago. Go ahead and check that out and the role he's going to be playing in the Fire Force. I still got a lot more Fire Force videos to make. Again, if you know, just in case, if you gotten to this point in the video and you still haven't liked the video, go ahead and drop a like, you know, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next Fire Force video. Y'all take it easy, and I'm out.